I'm here with Marty Coelho, College of the Redwood's Executive Director of College Advancement, and he oversees the CR Foundation. Now, today Marty is here as a spokesperson for the Humboldt Walk to End Alzheimer's. Hi, Marty.
Thanks, Ross, for having me.
Hey, Marty, I understand there's some critical legislation around Alzheimer's that's being reviewed in Washington, D.C.
That's correct. There's an act in front of Congress and the Senate right now. It's called the Alzheimer's Screening and Prevention Act. It's called ASAP. And essentially what that act will do is allow Medicare to cover the cost of early detection blood tests for Alzheimer's. And that's critical to give millions of Americans a fighting chance against this disease.
Why is an early detection test so critical for Alzheimer's?
So when someone has Alzheimer's, your brain gets impacted 20 years before the symptoms show up.
Wow.
So getting a jump on that and then being able to take the early treatments for Alzheimer's. We have a couple of FDA-approved drugs that treat Alzheimer's in its earliest stages.
Interesting.
So if you can get more folks diagnosed earlier and on those drugs, then you have a fighting chance of being able to mitigate that disease.
Do Americans want early detection, though? I mean, Alzheimer's, that kind of scares a lot of people, don't you think?
Yeah, it's actually kind of surprising. The research shows 4 out of 5 Americans are interested in knowing their Alzheimer's diagnosis before symptoms appear. And 9 out of 10 Americans, 90% of Americans, are interested in the early detection blood test. But what's so frustrating at this point is Medicare cannot cover the costs of the early detection blood tests until Congress gives them approval. So we're caught in this legal situation. It's not a scientific one. They know what needs to be done.
What do you think the public needs to do?
You have to contact your senators and your congressmen and let them know to pass ASAP, the Alzheimer's Screening and Prevention Act. Let them understand this is really our mammogram moment.
Oh, interesting, huh?
Right? So when mammograms were covered under Medicaid, the amount of lives that were saved from breast cancer because of that early detection. Now we have early detection for Alzheimer's in these blood tests. And the excuse for not having Medicaid cover that is what? Because economically, the benefit to the nation by treating Alzheimer's earlier versus later is staggering.
What do you think this means for a nation of boomers being a giant group of people? What do you think that's where we're headed?
I find it continuously amazing, especially the Senate, where the average age of a senator is what? Right? That they don't seem to understand the relevancy and urgency in taking on Alzheimer's. And with 10,000 people a day turning 65, this disease continues just to ramp up and strike more Americans.
Well, thanks, Marty, for coming out today and speaking out on this critical subject.
Thanks, Ross. We appreciate Redwood News and their support of community health.
No,